Hello and welcome to the Malika Writes channel. My name is Malika Writes, and today we are going to be doing not an update of the Get to Know Me video because I haven't really changed all that much, but a sort of video for those who are new and haven't really watched the old Get to Know Me video. So this is for you guys. So the first thing is that my real name is Malika Ganja. It's surname's not right. Shocker. And I was born in this country, but I've also lived out of this country for 3 years, and that was in my country of origin, Cameroon, which is a small country on the border of Nigeria. It has the best food in Africa, and it's also known as Little Africa because of its vast sort of climate and vastly different landscapes. So my Hogwarts house is Slytherin, and yes, I'm very biased when it comes to Slytherin. Call me Severus Snape. Fun fact about me is that I only learnt how to read when I was 8 years old, and that's because I have a condition called stubbornness. I was a very stubborn child. I'm not stubborn anymore, but I was a very stubborn child, and so if I didn't want to do something, you'd have to fight me. So basically, I didn't learn how to read until I was 8 for that reason. And the first sort of big child book that I read was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which is why I've really loved the Harry Potter series. It's also kind of what made me fall in love with reading. Obviously, my parents had a big part in that. They would read to us every dinner time, and we'd stay at the dinner table for hours just listening to my parents read. So reading was something that was very much part of my childhood, and I couldn't really escape it, but I managed to hold on for a long time. I mean, 8 is quite late to learn how to read. So I used to get away with it in school because I would listen to the book that the teacher had read and then just pretend to be able to read by just reading out exactly what the teacher had read. So I was really sneaky. My mum was actually the one who read The Hobbit to me, and a lot of the C.S. Lewis books, and that was all done at the dinner table. So she's the reason why I fell in love with Tolkien and why this channel is so Tolkien obsessed. Let's see, the craziest thing I've ever done. The craziest thing I've ever done is to go co-steering without actually knowing how to swim. So co-steering is basically where you jump off a cliff into the sea. And because I'm water confident, I thought I could manage it. So I went co-steering, didn't know how to swim, almost got swept out to sea, which was quite scary. But it wasn't as scary as getting to the beach and realizing that I was on a nudist beach. So that was by far the scariest part. So that's my crazy story. That's probably one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. And that was in the south of France. That was not in England. The more I think about it, the more I kind of reflect on my childhood, and basically I went just rush into a situation thinking, we're going to make the best of it while we're in the situation. So if you've watched my channel long enough, and this is kind of a recent development, but if you've watched my channel long enough, you'll probably have noticed that my hair changes quite a lot, and that's because I really do love to change up my hairstyles, but I have reached the point where I've basically done everything with my hair that I wanted to do with my hair. So my hair's going through the last phase of its changing life, and I'm basically going to lock my hair and get these tiny little dreadlocks. They're going to be quite small, and just carry on my hair journey from there. But no more braids, no more extensions and stuff like that. It's just going to be my hair from now on, but locked. I'm going to dye it brown because, contrary to popular belief and apparently what you guys can see on screen, my hair isn't jet black. I've been dyeing it for 10 years because my hair naturally is just this, it's not a nice brown, it's like a rusty, unhealthy looking kind of brown. So I've just been dyeing it for 10 years and that's why it appears black now. But yeah, I'm going back to my roots, quote unquote, and going back to brown and locking my hair. So I thought I'd just alert you guys on that development because that's the next phase in my life. It's quite a huge commitment, dreadlocks. So it's not something that I've sort of just decided randomly to do. It's something I've given a lot of thought to because it's a semi-permanent decision, and it's one I've decided to take with my hair because I've basically done everything I wanted to do. I've had it a lot shorter. My hair shrinks whenever water touches it, so it's a lot, when I comb it out, it's a lot longer than this. But I've had it very short. I've permed it, braided it, basically done everything that I wanted to do with it. So this is the last frontier with my hair. Just thought I'd let you guys know. My favourite books and movies tend to revolve around the dramatic and the adventurous. So things like The Secret History, The Professor and the Madman, Kingdom of Heaven, Gladiator, Pirates of the Caribbean, Tolkien's works, like Peter Jackson's adaptations of Tolkien's works, they all tend to revolve around the adventurous. There's a inside joke on this channel that I was supposed to be a pirate in another life, and it's a lucky thing that God decided to put me in this generation so I don't have to be a sea criminal. But that's kind of, it's not where my love for adventure springs from, but it's a good joke that we have here on this channel. So everyone who's new, that's the inside joke that we have. Obviously, I'm a Christian, as you guys probably would have worked out by now. And so that influences a lot of my decision making, a lot of my worldview is decided by Christian theology. So when it comes to the people that I look up to, first and foremost, Jesus, then my parents, followed by probably Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, just because they have such a big influence on how I look at writing and text. Francine Prose, just because she is probably the biggest influence on how I read. Stephen King, he's a brilliant writer. Donna Tartt wrote one of my favorite books, so that's why she's someone I look up to. Jordan Peterson, because I do think that he is one of the great voices of our time. And the last person I look up to is a bit odd, but I think you'll get it once I explain it, is myself. I look up to the person who I could be, and that's because I'm definitely not her at this point in time. I have a long way to go, but my vision of myself is always greater than what I am. So I have something to strive for, and that vision is what I strive for. That's why I look up to that vision, if that makes sense. I'm quite easygoing, to be honest. I can be very serious, but I can also be really goofy. Like, my family will be able to attest to this. I can be quite silly sometimes. But I think I'm just an extrovert with introverted tendencies. Really easygoing, to be honest. I have a very difficult time holding on to intense emotions for a very long time, so it's very difficult to get me to hold a grudge because I will, even if I won't forget what happened, I just won't be able to summon up the emotions to actually do anything about it or plot revenge or do anything, to be honest. So when it comes to just my general attitude, I tend to be quite relaxed. But I do have this one pet peeve. It's when you're at the restaurant and the waiter is walking towards you, they have an order that's quite similar to yours from what you can see, and they smile at you. They actually look at you and smile, and you think, oh, my food has arrived. You're usually quite hungry at this point because it takes forever for your order to arrive anyway. And then at the last moment, the waiter just turns and goes to someone else. All that anticipation dashed in seconds. And for me, that's such a pet peeve because it's so emotionally painful. Honestly, it's like emotional damage at that point. Obviously, it's not like the world is crashing around you, but as you're hungry, all you can think of is the fact that you could have been the one eating. So yeah, that's one of my pet peeves. I just don't look at me if it's not my order. If I had to wish for something, it would probably be a stronger immune system because I am the type of person who can and actually has gotten the flu during summer. I don't know how this happened. I don't know. So don't ask me how it happened. But my immune system is just that weak. I don't know why. So slightest weather change and I'll feel it. If I travel to another country or even within the same country, if I travel to another place, I will get sick. I'll lose my voice, I'll have a sore throat, I'll have a cold. Something will happen. I can't leave my house without something happening. I was about to say I can't leave London, but honestly, just going too far out of London and yeah, I've got some sort of cold or something. I don't know what it is. I just have a terrible, like a shoddy immune system. I would probably also wish for better tech skills. I'm not a tech savvy person. I'm literally a boomer when it comes to technology. So yeah, tech skills, that would be great if I had to make a wish for anything. My third wish would be more hours in the night because honestly, I'm just tired most of the time. Makeup hides it so well. Makeup is like godsend, but I'm tired majority of the time. So more hours in the night would be great because the moment that alarm goes off, I kind of have to be up. But other than that, part of the reason I'm probably so chilled out is because I'm tired. And people generally don't believe this about me. They generally don't believe that I'm a very basic person, but I can attest to this, and several members of my family can. I'm very basic. I'm as basic as a Starbucks latte. That's usually the way I go to describe it. What I want is sleep. What I have is work. So, and more reading to do. So, if you kind of watch my older videos, you'll notice that I used to really dress up, as in dress to the nines for my videos. And it's not that I don't like dressing up, I really do, which is why I did it in the first place. I enjoy wearing a lot of my dresses and things like that. But usually I'm just a t-shirt, jeans and boots kind of person. So after a while I was just like, you know what, if I'm going to be filming during the day, I'm not really going to be doing this whole change of clothes. I'm in a t-shirt, it looks okay, film. So my wardrobe is basically compiled with the thought of what can I sleepily grab, as in if I had to close my eyes and grab items from my wardrobe, would I still look nice and sort of neat? And that's how my wardrobe is compiled. It's just what can I blindly grab in there that would still make me look nice, and that's how I decide to buy clothes. So I'm quite, I wouldn't say minimalist because it's not like I have just a few pieces of clothes, but the style that I go for on a day-to-day basis is quite minimalist. I'm basically just a tired nerd who likes Tolkien and you guys. Because you guys actually do brighten up my day. Your comments do mean a lot, and I enjoy reading them. I actually do enjoy making these videos. They add a little bit of spice to my life. I get to rant about the ideas that I actually quite like. So yeah, that does really make my day. And that is the end of this video because I think I've really summed up my life. It's not that much to sum up in this. I don't even know how long this video is going to be once I edit it and everything, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be alerted of when I post. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. This has been the Malika Writes channel.